Hello, welcome to the stream. Oops, I forgot to put Scylla's webcam on. Give me 1 second. And hello, Minnie, and hello, Nick. Give me 1 moment. Okay. Okay, today we're going to be reading some Dracula by Bram Stoker. Brought to you by Project Gutenberg. That's usually where I find public domain books online. They'll be reading some Dracula today. I'm thinking maybe like 1, 2, 3 chapters probably. And then afterwards we'll play some more Moonlight Peaks, which is a vampire cozy game. Cross between Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley, if anyone's played those games. Near the chapters right here. I was debating on reading chapter 1 through 4 just so we can get through Jonathan Harker's journal. It's either that it's just 1 to 2 to 3 chapters. I guess it depends how I'm feeling. Like, if they can hook me and continue and want me to continue reading, I'll do it. But it looks like a bunch of journals and... But how's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing today? Hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone's having a great day. I usually eat before I stream just so I don't get hungry during it. And let me turn the music down just slightly. One second. Forgot I put it back to 100%. Usually when I stream, I want it to be low to where I can hear, but not too low to where it's distracting. There. Okay. Chapter 1. Jonathan Harker's Journal. Kept in shorthand. 3 May, Bistris left Munich at 8:35 p.m. on 1st May. Arriving at Vienna early next morning. Should have arrived at 6:46. The train was an hour late. Budapest seems a wonderful place. From the glimpse which I got from it, from the train and the little I could walk through the streets. I feared to go very far from the station, as we had arrived late and would start as near the correct time as possible. The impression I had was that we were leaving the west and entering the east. The most western of splendid bridges over the Danube, which is here of noble width and depth. And excuse the dogs barking. Took us among the traditions of Turkish rule. What are you guys barking at? Not yet, Scylla. It's not time. Not until someone redeems it. We left in a pretty good time and came after nightfall to Klausenberg. Here I stopped for the night at the Hotel Royal. I had for dinner, or rather supper, a chicken done up some way with red pepper, which was very good, but thirsty. Mim, get recipe for Mina. I asked the waiter, and he said it was called paprika hindel, and that as it was a national dish. I should be able to get it anywhere along the Carpathians. I found my smartest. Speaking of doggo treats. Doggo treat redeem. Ready for a cookie? This time I actually do have I have the dog treats up here on top of my desk. Wait, do I? Give me 1 second. I could have sworn they're right there. Where'd they go? Give me 1 second. Okay, turns out I did put them back in the closet, but I could have sworn they're up there. Look at Mama. There you go. On the bed. We are running out of snacks. Look at this. Now you'll go back to work on Sunday, so I'll be able to get some more snacks then. So we'll definitely have some snacks ready for next Friday. Might stream tomorrow, so I don't know if we'll have enough snacks for tomorrow. We'll try to at least make these stretch out for today. We are running out. I'll probably just, like, if I run out of snacks today, I'll try to remember to turn the redeem off just so that we won't have people wasting their points, because I always forget to turn it off when I don't have snacks. Either that, maybe I could just, like, roll it over to an actual stream day when I stream and just try to maybe note down. People wrote down they redeemed the doggo treat and I didn't have any, so we just roll it over to another stream. So at the start of the stream, she just gets all the rollover cookies. I found my smattering of German very useful here. Indeed, I don't know how I should be able to get on without it. Having had some time at my disposal when in London, I had visited the British Museum and made search among the books and maps in the library regarding Transylvania. It had struck me that some foreknowledge of the country could hardly fail to have some importance in dealing with the noblemen of that country. I found that the district he named is in the extreme east of the country, just on the borders of 3 states, Transylvania, Moldavia, and Bukovina, in the midst of the Carpathian Mountains, one of the wildest and least known portions of Europe. I was not able to light on any map or work, giving the exact locality of the castle Dracula, as there are no maps of this country as yet to compare with our own Ordnance Survey maps. But I found that Bistritz, the post town named by Count Dracula, is a fairly well-known place. I shall enter here some of my notes, as they may refresh my memory when I talk over my travels with Mina. The population of Transylvania there are 4 distinct nationalities: Saxons in the south, and mixed with them, the Wallachs, who are the descendants of the Dacians, Magyars in the west, and Scythes in the east and north. I am going among the latter, who claim to be descended from Attila and the Huns. This may be so, for when the Magyars conquered the country in the 11th century, they found the Huns settled in it. I read that every known superstition in the world was gathered into the horseshoe of the Carpathians, as it were the center of some sort of imaginative whirlpool. If so, my stay may be very interesting. Mim, I must ask the Count all about them. I did not sleep well, though my bed was comfortable enough, for I had all sorts of queer dreams. There was a dog howling all night under my window, which may have had something to do with it. Or it may have been the paprika or I had to drink up all the water in my carafe and was still thirsty towards morning. I slept and was wakened by the continuous knocking at my door. So I guess I must have been sleeping soundly then. I had for breakfast more paprika and a sort of porridge of maize. Porridge of maize flour, which they said was mamaliga, an eggplant stuffed with forced meat. A very excellent dish, which they call implatata. Meme, get recipe for this also. Mem. get recipe for this also. I had to hurry breakfast, for the train started a little before 8, or rather it ought to have done so. For after rushing to the station at 7:30, I had to sit in the carriage for more than an hour before we began to move. It seems to me that the further east you go, the more unpunctual are the trains. What ought they do to be in China? All day long we seemed to dawdle through a country which was full of beauty of every kind. Sometimes we saw little towns or castles on the top of the steep hills such as we see in old missals. Sometimes we ran by rivers and streams which seemed from the wide stony margin on each side of them to be subject to great floods. It takes a lot of water and running strong to sweep the outside edge of a river clear. At every station there were groups of people, sometimes crowds, in all sorts of attire. Some of them were just like the peasants at home, or those I saw coming through France and Germany, with short jackets and round hats and homemade trousers. But others were very picturesque. The women looked pretty, except when you got near them, but they were very clumsy about the waist. They had all full white sleeves of some kind or other. The most of them had big belts, with a lot of strips of something fluttering from them like the dresses in a ballet. But of course, there were petticoats under them. The strangest figures we saw were the Slovaks, who were more barbarian than the rest, with their big cowboy hats, great baggy dirty white trousers, white linen shirts, and enormous heavy leather belts, nearly a foot wide, all studded over with brass nails. They wore high boots, with their trousers tucked into them, and had long black hair and heavy black mustaches. They were very picturesque, but do not look prepossessing. On the stage they would be set down at once as some old oriental band of brigands. They are, however, I am told, very harmless and rather wanting a natural self-assertion. It was on the dark side of twilight when I got to Bistritz, which is a very interesting old place, being practically on the frontier, for the Borgo Pass leads from it into Bukovina. It has had a very stormy existence, and it certainly shows marks of it. 50 years ago, a series of great fires took place, which made terrible havoc on 5 separate occasions. At the beginning of the 17th century, it underwent a siege of 3 weeks and lost 13,000 people. The casualties of war proper being assisted by famine and disease. Count Dracula had directed me to go to the Golden Krone Hotel, which I found, to my great delight, to be thoroughly old-fashioned. For of course I wanted to see all I could of the ways of the country. I was evidently expected, for when I got near the door, I faced a cheery-looking elderly woman in the usual peasant dress, white undergarment with long double apron, front and back, of colored stuff fitting almost too tight for modesty. When I came close, she bowed and said, "The Herr Englishman." "Yes," I said, "Jonathan Harker." She smiled and gave some message to an elderly man in white shirt sleeves, who had followed her to the door. He went, but immediately returned with a letter. "My friend, welcome to the Carpathians. I am anxiously expecting you. Sleep well tonight. At 3 tomorrow, the diligence will start for Bukovina. A place on it is kept for you. At the Borgo Pass, my carriage will await you, and will bring you to me. I trust that your journey from London has been a happy one, and that you will enjoy your stay in my beautiful land. Your friend, Dracula." 4 May. I found that my landlord had got a letter from the Count directing him to secure the best place on the coach for me. But on making inquiries as to details, he seemed somewhat reticent and pretended that he could not understand my German. This could not be true, because up to then, he had understood it perfectly. At least he answered my questions exactly as if he did. He and his wife, the old lady who had received me, looked at each other in a frightened sort of way. He mumbled out that the money had been sent in a letter, and that was all he knew. When I asked him if he knew Count Dracula, all could tell me anything of his castle. Both he and his wife crossed themselves, and saying that they knew nothing at all, simply refused to speak further. It was so near the time of starting that I had no time to ask anyone else, for it was all very mysterious and not by any means comforting. Just before I was leaving, the old lady came up to my room and said, in a very hysterical way, "Must you go? Oh, young hare, must you go?" She was in such an excited state that she seemed to have lost her grip of what German she knew, and mixed it all up with some other language, which I did not know at all. I was just able to follow her by asking many questions. When I told her that I must go at once, and that I was engaged on important business, she asked again, "Do you know what day it is?" I answered that it was the 4th of May. She shook her head and she said again, "Oh yes, I know that, but do you know what day it is?" On my saying that I did not understand, she went on, "It is the eve of St. George's Day. Do you not know that tonight, when the clock strikes midnight, all the evil things in the world will have full sway? Do you know where you're going and what you're going to do? What you are going to?" She was in such evident distress that I tried to comfort her, but without effect. Finally, she went down on her knees and implored me not to go, at least to wait a day or two before starting. It was all very ridiculous, but I did not feel comfortable. However, there was business to be done, and I could allow nothing to interfere with it. I therefore tried to raise her up and said, as gravely as I could, that I thanked her, but my duty was imperative, and that I must go. She then rose and dried her eyes, and taking her crucifix from her neck, offered it to me. I did not know what to do, for as an English churchman, I have been taught to regard such things as in some measures idolatrous. And yet it seemed so ungracious to refuse an old lady meaning so well, and in such a state of mind she saw, I suppose, the doubt in my face, for she put the rosary around my neck and said, "For your mother's sake," and went out the room. I am writing up this part of the diary whilst I am waiting for the coach, which is, of course, late, and the crucifix is still around my neck. Whether it is the old lady's fear, or the many ghostly traditions of this place, or the crucifix itself, I do not know, but I am not feeling nearly as easy in my mind as usual. If this book shall ever reach Mina before I do, let it bring my goodbye. Here comes the coach. 5 May. The castle. The gray of the morning has passed, and the sun is high over the distant horizon, which seems jagged. Whether with trees or hills, I know not, for it is so far off that big things and little are mixed. I am not sleepy, and as I am not to be called ill till I awake. Naturally, I write till sleep comes. There are many odd things to put down. At least who reads them may fancy that I dined too well before I left Bistris. Let me put down my dinner exactly. I dined on what they called robber steak, bits of bacon, onion, and beef, seasoned with red pepper and strung on sticks, and roasted over the fire in the simple style of the London cat's meat. Ad break in 1 minute for the people on Twitch. The wine was golden mediash. mediash, which produces a queer string on the tongue, which is, however, not disagreeable. No, I should probably be like, if I run into words I can't pronounce, it's probably better that I actually look the words up. But I'm learning as I'm going. Too bad just like I can't do it really fast. Oh, I guess I did kind of me. Diaz. Me. Diaz. Me. Diaz. Okay. I was kind of saying it right. Golden me. Diaz. Which produces a queer string on the tongue, which is, however, not disagreeable. I had only a couple of glasses of this and nothing else. When I got on the coach, the driver had not taken his seat, and I saw him talking with the landlady. They were evidently talking of me, for every now and then he looked at me, and some of the people who were sitting on the bench outside the door, which they call by a name meaning word bearer, came and listened, and then looked at me, most of them pityingly. I could hear a lot of words often repeated, queer words, for there were many nationalities in the crowd. So I quietly got my polyglot dictionary from my bag and looked them out. I must say they were not cheering to me, for amongst them were Ordog, Satan, Hot Coal, Hell, Strigojka, Witch, Birolok, and Vilkloslock, both of which mean the same thing, one being Slovak and the other Servian, or something that is either werewolf or vampire. Men, I must ask the Count about these superstitions. When we started, the crowd round the inn door, which had by this time swelled to a considerable size, all made the sign of the cross and pointed 2 fingers towards me. With some difficulty, I got a fellow passenger to tell me what they meant. He would not answer at first, but on learning that I was English, he explained that it was a charm or guard against the evil eye. This was not very pleasant for me, just starting for an unknown place to meet an unknown man. But everyone seemed so kind-hearted, and so sorrowful, and so sympathetic, that I could not but be touched. I shall never forget the last glimpse which I had of the inn yard, and its crowd of picturesque figures, all crossing themselves, as they stood around the wide archway, with its background of rich foliage, of oleander and orange trees, and green tubs clustered in the center of the yard. Then our driver, whose wide linen drawers covered the whole front of the box seat, Gotza, they called them, cracked his big whip over his 4 small horses, which ran abreast, and we set off on our journey. I soon lost sight and recollection of ghostly fears and the beauty of the scene as we drove along. Although had I known the language, or rather languages, which my fellow passengers were speaking, I might not have been able to throw them off so easily. Before us lay a green sloping land full of forest and woods, with here and there steep hills, crowned with clumps of trees, or with farmhouses. The blank gable end up to the road. There was everywhere a bewildering mass of fruit blossoms, apple, plum, pear, cherry. And as we drove by, I could see the green grass under the trees sprangled with the fallen petals. In and out amongst these green hills of what they call here the Mittelland, ran the road, losing itself as it swept around the grassy curve, or was shut out by the straggling ends of pinewoods, which here and there ran down the hillsides like tongues of flame. The road was rugged, but still seemed to fly over it with a feverish haste. I could not understand then what the haste meant, but the driver was evidently bent on losing no time in reaching Borylprund. I was told that this road is in summertime excellent, but that it had not yet been put in order after the winter snows. In this respect, it is different from the general run of roads in the Carpathians, for it is an old tradition that they are not to be kept into good order. Of old, the hospodars would not repair them, lest the Turk should think that they were preparing to bring in foreign troops, and so hasten the war, which was always really at loading point. Beyond the green swelling hills of the Mittelland rose mighty slopes of forest up to the lofty steeps of the Carpathians themselves. Right and left of us they towered with the afternoon sun falling full upon them and bringing out all the glorious colors of this beautiful range, deep blue and purple in the shadows of the peaks, green and brown where grass and rock mingled, and an endless perspective of jagged rock and pointed crags, till these were themselves lost in the distance, where the snowy peaks rose grandly. Here and there seemed mighty rifts in the mountains, through which, as the sun began to sink, we saw now and again the white gleam of falling water. One of my companions touched my arm as we swept around the base of the hill and opened up the lofty snow-covered peak of a mountain, which seemed as we wound on the serpentine way to be right for us. Look, I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Look, Ishtan Sizek, God's seat, and he crossed himself reverently. Reverently. Yeah, saying it right. Reverently. I wonder how you pronounce this right here. Ishtan Shizek. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Ishtan Shayek. God's chair. The S sounds like sh in English words like shoe. The Ishtan Shayek. God's seat. Reverently. Okay. As we wound on our endless way, and the sun sank lower and lower behind us, the shadows of the evening began to creep round us. This was emphasized by the fact that the snowy mountain top still held the sunset and seemed to glow out with a delicate cold pink. Here and there, when we passed Sajek. How do you say that? Give me a second. I can't learn if I don't, learn how to pronounce it. Oops. I'm always typing over here. Shizex is how I would probably pronounce it. Identically to the English words checks. I would just pronounce it check. Checks. We passed Czechs and Slovaks, all in picturesque and tires, but I noticed that the grocery was painfully prevalent. By the roadside were many crosses, and as we swept by, my companions all crossed themselves. Here and there was a peasant man or woman kneeling before a shrine, who did not even turn around as we approached, but seemed in a self-surrender of devotion, who have neither eyes nor ears for the outer world. There are many things new to me. For instance, hay ricks in the trees, and here and there very beautiful masses of weeping birch, their white stems shining like silver through the delicate green of the leaves. Now and then again we passed a letter wagon, I would say later, but lighter. Oh, it rhymes with lighter. Past a lighter wagon, the ordinary peasant's cart with its long snake-like vertebrae, calculated to suit the inequalities of the road. On this were sure to be seated quite a group of homecoming peasants. The Czechs with their white, and the Slovaks with their colored sheepskins, the latter carrying lance fashion their long staves, with axe at the end. As the evening fell, it began to get very cold, and the growing twilight seemed to merge into one dark mistiness. The gloom of the trees, oak, beech, and pine, though in the valleys which ran deep between the spurs of the hills, as we ascended through the pass, the dark firs stood out here and there against the background of the late-lying snow. Sometimes as the road was cut through the pine woods that seemed in which darkness to be closing down upon us, great masses of grayness, which here and there bestrewed the trees, produced a peculiar, weird, and solemn effect, which carried on the thoughts and grim fancies engendered earlier in the evening, when the falling sunset threw into strange relief the ghost-like clouds which amongst the Carpathians seemed to wind ceaselessly through the valleys. Sometimes the hills were so steep that despite our driver's haste, the horses could only go slowly. I wished to get down and walk up them, as we do at home, but the driver would not hear of it. "No, no," he said, "you must not walk here. The dogs are too fierce." And then he added, with what he had evidently meant for grim pleasantry, for he looked around to catch the approving smile of the rest, "And you may have enough of such matters before you go to sleep." The only stop he would make was a moment's pause to light his lamps. Okay, let me see what chat says. Mooney says, "Why do books always have to use them big, sophisticated words?" Wait, which word are you talking about? Sometimes the little words trip me up too. But, yeah, I can only learn to read better by, like, actually learning to pronounce the word, linking what the definition of the word is. Like, that's the only way I can actually learn and memorize and... When it grew dark, there seemed to be some excitement amongst the passengers, and they kept speaking to him. Mooney said, I'll go ahead and not learn. I'll read kid books. No, you should learn. Oh, where was I? I'm gonna just start over. When it grew dark, there seemed to be some excitement amongst the passengers, and they kept speaking to him, one after the other, as though urging him to further speed. He lashed the horses unmercifully with his long whip, and with wild cries of encouragement urged them on to further exertions. Then through the darkness I could see a sort of patch of gray light ahead of us, as though there were a cleft in the hills. The excitement of the passengers grew greater. The crazy coach rocked on its great leather springs and swayed like a boat tossed on a stormy sea. I had to hold on. The road grew more level, and we appeared to fly along. Then the mountain seemed to come nearer to us on each side, and to frown down upon us. We were entering on the Borgo Pass. One by one, several of the passengers offered me gifts, which they were pressed upon me with in earnestness, which would take no denial. These were certainly of an odd and varied kind, but each was given in simple good faith, with a kindly word and a blessing, and that strange mixture of fear-meaning movements which I had not seen outside the hotel at Bistris. The sign of the cross and the guard against the evil eye. Then as we flew along, the driver leaned forward, and on each side of the passengers, craning over the edge of the coach, peered eagerly into the darkness. It was evident that something very exciting was either happening or expected. But though I had asked each passenger, no one would give me the slightest explanation. This state of excitement kept on for some little time, and at last we saw before us the pass opening out on the eastern side. There were dark, rolling clouds overhead, and in the air the heavy, oppressive sense of thunder. It seemed as though the mountain range had separated two atmospheres, and that now we had got into the thunderous one. I was now myself looking out for the conveyance, which was to take me to the Count. Each moment I expected to see the glare of lamps through the blackness, but all was dark. The only light was the flickering rays of our own lamps, in which the steam from our hard-driven horses rose in a white cloud. We could see now the sandy road lying white before us. Did we ever watch the movie Dracula movie? Did we ever watch the Dracula movie, Mooney? I'm trying to remember if we watched it, because I wanted to I watched it with my family, and I can kind of see all this, like, the movie had going. Like, because I watched the movie recently, and I'm kind of seeing this visually as the movie as I'm reading this. We never watched it. We were supposed to watch it. We could see now the sandy road lying white before us, but there was on to it no sign of a vehicle. Passengers drew back with a sigh of gladness, which seemed to mock my own disappointment. I was already thinking what I had best do, when the driver, looking at his watch, said to the others something which I could hardly hear. It was spoken so quietly and in so low a tone, I thought it was an hour less than the time. Then turning to me, he said in German worse than my own, "There is no carriage here. The Herr is not expected, after all. He will now come to Bukovina and return tomorrow, or the next day. Better the next day." Whilst he was speaking, the horses began to neigh, and snort, and plunge wildly. So that the driver had to hold them up. Oh, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Nosferatu. This is making me think of the Nosferatu movie. Was it Nosferatu? You know what? There's so many Dracula movies out there. I probably got confused. But I think, you know what I think? Is that the one with, Is Nosferatu the one with Michael Jackson's daughter? I forgot what her name is. Or is it Johnny Depp's daughter? One of them, like the Nosferatu movie, I think it's like, Johnny Depp's daughter. I don't know why I'm getting them confused. Hello, Mimi. Okay, so Nosferatu was with Johnny Depp's daughter. I think that's what I'm seeing visually when I'm reading this book. Okay, let's see. Where was I? Oh. Whilst he was speaking, the horses began to neigh and snort and plunge wildly so that the driver had to hold them up. Then amongst a chorus of screams from the peasants and a universal crossing of themselves, a caleche with 4 horses drove up behind us, overtook us, and drew up beside the coach. I could see from the flash of our lamps, as the rays fell on them, that the horses were coal black and splendid animals. They were driven by a tall man with a long brown beard and a great black hat, which seemed to hide his face from us. I can only see the gleam of a pair of very bright eyes, which seemed red in the lamplight. As he turned to us, he said to the driver, "You are early tonight, my friend." The man stammered in reply. The English air was in a hurry, to which the stranger replied, "That is why I suppose you wished him to go on to Bukovina. You cannot deceive me, my friend. I know too much, and my horses are swift." As he spoke, he smiled, and the lamplight fell on a hard-looking mouth, with very red lips and sharp-looking teeth, as white as ivory. One of my companions whispered to another, the line from Berger's Lenore, "For the dead travel fast." Let's see, 300% the Binding of Isaac. You have to unlock 1,100 plus achievements. That's crazy. That's a lot of achievements. That's really cool though. You played it on Steam? I don't remember what platform you played on. The strange driver evidently heard the words, for he looked up with a gleaming smile, and the passengers turned his face away. The passenger turned his face away, at the same time putting out his 2 fingers and crossing himself. Give me the hare's luggage," he said, the driver with an exceeding alacrity. My bags were handed out and put in the caleche. Then I descended from the side of the coach, as the caleche was close alongside the driver, helping me with a hand which caught my arm in a grip of steel. His strength must have been prodigious. 642 each, by the way. You have to get 642 on 3 different save files. By the way, I play on Steam. That's where I play all my games. If it's not on Steam, it's really hard to enjoy them. I just like them all on Steam. I tried playing on, on Epic. Didn't really like it. Battle? What's the one that Diablo was on? I ended up getting Diablo 4 on Steam because I didn't want to play it on the other one that's on Battle.net? Yeah, I think it's Battle.net. I think this is prodigious. Prodigious. Let me look it up real quick. Prodigious. It's like prodigy. I know how to say prodigy. Prodigious.
Prodigious.
Oh. Prodigious. I'm over here saying prodigious. It's prodigious. My cousin plays on a toaster. His laptop crashed due to Minesweeper. Oh my god, Minesweeper. I remember Minesweeper. There was like a lot of little games that my family computer would have at the time when we had a family computer at the time when I was like under 18. And I remember Minesweeper being on there. The little paint program being on there. Little pinball machine game or something. But we didn't have internet for a while when I was growing up. And I didn't have my own computer until I was a lot older. Which probably was good for me in the long run, because there's a lot of weird stuff on the internet. Prodigious. Okay. His strength must have been prodigious. Without a word, he shook his reins. The horses turned, and we swept into the darkness of the pass. As I looked back, I saw the steam from the horses, the coach by the light of the lamps, and projected against it with the figures of my late companions crossing themselves. Then the driver cracked his whip and called to his horses, and off they swept on their way to Bukovina. As they sank into the darkness, I felt a strange chill and a lonely feeling coming over me, but a cloak was thrown over my shoulders and a rug across my knees, and the driver said in excellent German, "The night is chill, mein Herr, and my master, the Count, bade me take all care of you. There is a flask of plum brandy of the country underneath the seat, if you should require it." I didn't know if I should try pronouncing this. Slivovitz, which is the plum brandy of the country, underneath the seat, if you should require it. I did not take any, but it was a comfort to know it was there all the same. I felt a little strangely, and not a little frightened. I think had there been any alternative, I should have taken it, instead of prosecuting the unknown night journey. The carriage went at a hard pace straight along. Then we made a complete turn and went along another straight road. It seemed to me that they were simply going over and over the same ground again, and so I took note of some salient points. Let's say it's salient. Sal, but there's people's names Sal. That guy from Impractical Jokers, his name was Sal. Salient. Okay, I said it right. Salient point. And found that this was so. What? Oh no, my iPad's listening to me. I didn't say anything. Why is it? I just heard my iPad talking to me. I think it stopped. I don't know what it's doing up there. I was talking to my phone, not talking to you, iPad. And found that this was so. I would have liked to have asked the driver what this all meant, but I really feared to do so, for I thought that, placed as I was, any protest would have no effect in case there had been an intention to delay. By and by, however, I was curious to know how time was passing. I struck a match, and by its flame looked at my watch. It was within a few minutes of midnight. This gave me a sort of shock, for I suppose the general superstition about midnight was increased by my recent experiences. I waited with the sick feeling of suspense. Then a dog began to howl somewhere in a farmhouse far down the road, a long agonized wailing as if from fear. The sound was taken up by another. Dog, and then another and another, till borne on the wind which now sighed softly through the pass. A wild howling began, which seemed to come from all over the country. As far as the imagination could grasp, grasped it through the gloom of the night. At the first howl, the horses began to strain and rear, but the driver spoke to them soothingly, and they quieted down, but shivered and sweated as though after a run away from a sudden fright. Then, far off in the distance, from the mountains on each side of us began a louder and sharper howling, that of wolves, which affected both the horses and myself in the same way, for I was minded to jump from the caliche and run, whilst they reared again and plunged madly so that the driver had to use all his great strength to keep them from bolting. In a few minutes, however, my own ears got accustomed to the sound, and the horses so far became quiet that the driver was able to descend and to stand before them. He petted them and soothed them and whispered something in their ears, as I have heard of horse tamers doing, and with extraordinary effect, for under his caresses, they became quite manageable again, though they still trembled. The driver took his seat, and shaking his reins, started off at a great pace. This time, after going to the far side of the pass, he suddenly turned down a narrow roadway, which ran sharply to the right. Are we still in chapter 1? We are. Okay, I might just read one chapter today then, because this was a very long chapter. Soon we were hemmed in with trees, which in places arched right over the roadway till we passed through a tunnel. And again, great frowning rocks guarded us boldly on either side. Though we were in shelter, we could hear the rising wind, for it moaned and whistled through the rocks, and the branches of the trees crashed together as we swept along. It grew colder and colder still, and fine, powdery snow began to fall, so that soon we and all around us were covered with a white blanket. One second. I don't know what they're barking at. No, someone's probably home. Usually they bark when someone's home. I forgot I got myself sparkling water. White blanket. The keen wind still carried the howling of the dogs. Though this grew fainter as we went on our way, the baying of the wolves sounded nearer and nearer, as though they were closing round on us from every side. I grew dreadfully afraid, and the horses shared my fear. The driver, however, was not in the least disturbed. He kept turning his head to the left and right, but I could not see anything through the darkness. Suddenly away on our left, I saw a faint flickering blue flame. The driver saw it at the same moment. He at once checked the horses, and jumping to the ground, disappeared into the darkness. I did not know what to do. The less as the howling of the wolves grew closer, but while I wondered, the driver suddenly appeared again, and without word took his seat, and we resumed our journey. I think I must have fallen asleep and kept dreaming of the incident, for it seemed to be repeated endlessly, and now looking back, it is like a sort of awful nightmare. Once the flame appeared so near the road that even in the darkness around us, I could watch the driver's motions. He went rapidly to where the blue flame rose. It must have been very faint, for it did not seem to illuminate the place around it at all, and gathering a few stones, formed it into some device. Once there appeared a strange optical effect. When he stood between me and the flame, he did not obstruct it, for I could see its ghostly flicker all the same. It startled me, but as the effect was only momentary, I took it that my eyes deceived me, straining through the darkness. Then for a time there were no blue flames, and we sped onwards through the gloom. but the howling of the wolves around us, as though they were following in a moving circle. At least there came a time when the driver went further afield than he had yet gone, and during his absence the horse began to tremble, worse than ever, and to snort and scream with fright. I could not see any cause for it, for the howling of the wolves had ceased altogether, but just then the moon, sailing through the black clouds, appeared behind the jagged crest of a beetling pine-clad rock, and by its light I saw around us a ring of wolves with white teeth and lolling red tongues, with long swiny limbs. Give me 1 second. Swiny. I would say swiny, but sinewy. Okay, sinewy. How you say it? Sinewy. With long, sinewy limbs and shaggy hair, they were 100 times more terrible in the grim silence which had held them, even when they howled. For myself, I felt a sort of paralysis of fear. It is only when a man feels himself face to face with such horrors that he can understand their true import. All at once, the wolves began to howl as though the moonlight had some peculiar effect on them. The horses jumped about and reared, and looked helplessly around with eyes that rolled in a way painfully to see. But the living ring of terror encompassed them on every side, and they had to perforce to remain within it. I called to the coachman to come, for it seemed to me that our only chance was to try to break out through the ring and to aid his approach. I shouted and beat the side of the cliché, hoping, by this noise, to scare the wolves from that side, so as to give him a chance of reaching the trap. How he came there, I not know, but I heard his voice raised in a tone of imperious command, and looking towards the sound, I saw him stand in the roadway. As he swept his long arms, as though brushing aside some impalpable obstacle, the wolves fell back and back further still. Just then a heavy cloud passed across the face of the moon, so that they were again in darkness. When I could see again, the driver was climbing into the cliché, and the wolves had disappeared. This was also strange and uncanny that a dreadful fear came upon me, and I was afraid to speak or move. The time seemed interminable. The time seemed interminable as we swept on our way, now in almost complete darkness, for the rolling clouds obscured the moon. We kept on ascending with occasional periods of quick descent, but in the main always ascending. Suddenly, I became conscious of the fact that the driver was in the act of pulling up the horses in the country yard of a vast ruined castle, from whose tall black windows came no ray of light, and whose broken battlements showed a jagged line against the moonlight sky. I guess they reached the bottom of the castle. That's what it sounded like. But that was a really long chapter. So we'll do next chapter 2 next time. So that, I usually try to do at least 30 to 60 minutes, like I guess the reading a vampire book segment before we jump into a game. So we'll read chapter 2 next Friday. Or possibly tomorrow, if I stream tomorrow. This is gonna be a year-long read. You know what? I did look up, I was like, this book has a lot of chapters. So I was looking up how many chapters do I have to read in order to finish this book in a month. And it said I have to read 5 or 6 chapters to read in a month. But whenever I stream, I read about like 1, 2, probably chapters at most. But I will be right back, and then we'll jump into Moonlight Peaks. So I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom, and gotta let my dog out. Let's see. I don't know if I have... Give me 1 second. I forgot to... Oops. Yeah, we were playing Redfall last time. I forgot to switch it back to Moonlight Peaks. But yeah, I'm back from my break. I'm gonna use the bathroom. Let the dogs out. Talk to my sister for a little bit. So... Last time I was playing, I did play the game offline. It was spring. But now it's summer. Let's go ahead and jump in. And I'm gonna show you guys some new stuff that I made. I did a whole bunch of like grinding of iron rocks and stuff like that. So I was like, I don't know if people really want to watch all that on stream. But I most likely will have to grind anyways regardless, so... let's check the mail real quick. Say cheese. Dear Scylla, have you started milking your creatures yet? If so, you might want to consider making a press. Oh great, that's something else we have to make. It'll help you turn that milk into delicious cheese. Honestly, I don't think I could live without mine. I love cheese. What kind of cheese do you guys love? I like all sorts of cheese. I recently bought some Gouda snack cheeses. I honestly keep forgetting I have them now, but I do have them in the refrigerator when I want a snack. It said, thought you might want this blueprint. Take care and happy cheese making, Luna. Okay, now it says, need a loom? Dear Scylla, I noticed your Draculams have started to produce... These, actually, I probably shouldn't open these. These already spoiled the surprise I was going to show you guys. Now you guys know I have a cow, and now you guys know I have a Draculam. I noticed your Draculams have started to produce Dracula wool. How exciting. Have you thought about making a loom with it? You can turn Dracula wool into the finest cloth. Try making one with this blueprint. So we have 2 new blueprints we can create, actually. Okay, so I want to show you guys. I put some cobblestone down. Oh, my herbs are ready to be crushed. So I put some cobblestone paths so you guys can see my little work area. I have all my storage right here. There's my little kegs. Or up here. I did move my stove right here next to my jam maker. I don't remember I had a jam maker last time, but if I didn't have one last time, I have one now. I just make jams in here. And then I moved my furnaces right here. I feel like everything looks a lot better. My crushers are right here. My refineries, I had them up here, but I put them right here. Oh, my beehive. I don't know if I had one last time, but if I didn't, I have a beehive now. And the more flowers around your beehive, the more honey you make. I'm trying to fill up all these right here. These little empty spots with some flowers, but I have to go around and look for them. I definitely didn't have this last time. I needed like sand, and I had to make... No, it was crystals. I had to crush them and make glass or something like that. So this is how you make mana potions. Yeah, I didn't have this last time. And... I think I'm supposed to make some... You know what, let me read my quest before I brush these. Okay, I do need to make powder out of them for a quest. We're going ahead and put our nightshades in here so we can make some powder for our quest. So this is where you put herbs. You dry your herbs. You crush your herbs. I think I'm making mana flowers right here. But you can only use your wand. You gotta use magic to water them. Let me just water them really quick. Unlike the regular crops, you need magic to water these guys right here. Oh, also because it's summer hit, like some of my plants that I was planting in spring, some of them shriveled up and died. But let me see if check on the animals real quick. Okay, here goes the animals. So we have Mooney the chicken. Give him a pet. And then here we have Lumina, named after my sister, the pig goat. I gotta give them all hats eventually. Then we have Gross, the Dracula, named after Gross. He's not here, but I wish he was here so we can see that he's named after a little Dracula. This one has spots on it. And then very last but very least, oops. Gross is trying to get more pets. We have Bobilla, named after my dog. It looks just like her, look at it. Big nose. Oh, Bobilla. So yeah, I got Lumina right here. Mooney was the first one here. Oh, looks like we have an ad break starting on Twitch and a doggo treat redeem. Hold on. He immediately jumped up. We're not gonna have any dog treats for tomorrow, Scylla. That was 4 of them, but they're chopped up in little pieces. And then we gotta save a little bit more because we're gonna. Usually we get one more doggo treat redeem at the end of the stream, so I want to make sure we have enough to give her at the last, the ending of the stream. Oh, let me double check see if they got a good amount of food before I forget. I usually have this thing filled up to the brim, so 85 is good. 85 out of 100, they'll be fine. It looks like they're all just hanging out inside the barn right now because it's raining. They don't want to be outside. I'm still trying to catch 100 of these things. Oh, looks like the nightshade powder is done. That means we can finish our quest with Luna. And then let's check before we do that. The good thing is it's raining. I don't have to worry about watering my plants. So first we're gonna gather the plants. And then I think this is wheat, so we can probably grind some of this down. Well, these aren't done yet, looks like. And these right here, these little tiny chip looking things on the ground, it's fertilizer. You're actually supposed to put it down before you put your plants down, which I didn't know that. I thought you could sprinkle it on top of them. Which I think I should have a lot of fertilizer. I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure it helps them grow bigger or faster. What we got? Make a lot of flour. I think I collected a bunch of sugar cubes over here. Oh, I got like a little gold egg when he finally dropped me a gold egg. And there was a quest, someone was looking for a gold egg, and now I don't have the quest there anymore, so... Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did extend my bag. Bag is a lot bigger. And also made more chests to put more things in because I keep running out of space. So I have all my wood in one chest. Wood in one chest. I have, I guess, house stuff in this chest. I have mining and ore stuff in this chest. I have, like, seeds will be in this chest. And plant stuff. Like fiber. I guess cloth doesn't make sense, but it's in here. And then in this one I have like... I had food in this one, like grapes. And so I want to collect... I want to keep my tomatoes, and I want to keep my onions, because that's the way I make my soup that I like to use. Let me empty out my inventory. My inventory is so full already. I'm gonna sell this, this, this. Gotta keep the trash for Death. Oh, you guys missed it. I was playing off stream, but me and Death are best, like, we're friends now. I don't say we're best friends. Let me look at the relationship really quick. We are 2 hearts. And you should, right here is previously gifted. You see all the trash that he likes. Like he likes all this right here, hearts on them. But I think I was like, when I see him every day, I try to give him a gift every day. I try to talk to him every day. You can give them you could give him a hug now every day, and then you can play a card game with him every day. But I only have 2 sparkly hearts right now, but we are friends now. And let's make some soup really quick. With this, my other complaint is I want to make all the soup at once. But they don't let you do that either. You gotta do it one at a time. We're just making soup. I mean, I like the little mini game at least. But they should really let us make it all at once. Trust me, I had a lot of tomatoes too. I always try to make sure I'm planting tomatoes and onions because this is my go-to soup for my energy. This is tortilla. Make some tortillas. Doesn't give you a lot of energy though. Soup gives me 40. Fried egg. 2 energy. I wanted to... I have milk. I have Calcula milk. Did I not put it in my pocket? Oh, I have goat milk and lamb milk. My bad. Oh, you know what? Let me double check to see if the cow needs to be milked yet. You're supposed to go up to them and milk them. I think it would have told me. Yeah, it says collect milk. It doesn't say that. Not yet. No milk from Bobilla yet. I'm gonna make some more wine and juice. Then we can sell those. And looks like we can make some strawberry jam. We have some sugar. Ooh, we can make a lot of it. Using higher quality ingredients. Okay. Making 30 strawberry jams. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna put the rest of our tomatoes inside here. We ran out of onions. I'll sell those eggs. I'm gonna sell the tortilla too. Because my gazpacho soup is the best. I'm gonna sell eggs, goat milk, pig milk, this and our honey. Everything else we're keeping because we're gonna plant tomatoes. Got your wish. And some more flowers ready. I'm gonna keep some of this so I can figure out what to do with it afterwards. I'm not sure if I was streaming last time, but now I have an iron pickaxe and an iron axe. I'm not sure if I had copper last time. I think I did. But yeah, now I have an iron pickaxe and an iron axe. Okay, now we're gonna do the quests. So we're gonna go deliver some nightshade to Luna, and afterwards we're gonna go hunt down Death and look for some flowers so I can put more flowers around my beehive. Which I don't know if I can make any more honey, but worth a shot of trying. It looked like the honey meter was all the way filled up. Are there any jobs? No jobs. Oops. I went the wrong way. If we want to go to Luna, we have to go up this way. I also noticed that, like, yellow flowers. I only ever found yellow flowers when I was walking around in the swamp. Every time I'm walking around here, it's always like purple, pink, black, white. There she goes. I really should get some hats for my chickens. That little snake at the market sells the cutest ones. I wonder if he'll do a sell soon. That's how you get hats. The little snake. That's exactly what I needed. Thank you so much. And she gives me 2,000 coin. That's great. Anyway, once I'm done, you'll be able to buy them at Web of Wonders. Make sure to check it out regularly. But yeah, we get no more animals. We only get the same ones. I'll have to make a bigger barn or something like that, I think, if I want more animals. And then let's see where Death is at. Oh, he's right here. Go through this way, you should be able to get to town fast. Where was he? It was like down here, probably. Oh, there he goes. I do enjoy the ring. Hardly get it in the underworld. It has strange cooling properties. And we give him his daily trash. I've been collecting a lot of it in my pockets. Ah, what a beautiful discarded thing. A truly profound gift. And then we give him a daily affection, which is a hug. And apparently you can just hold on to this. Like, you just let go whenever you want. One time I got up and walked away and then came back. Like, but I don't know if, like hugging them for a very long time does anything. I was kind of hoping for, like, an achievement, but I don't know if there is one. If there is one, let me know. But yeah, you don't get anything. At least it doesn't look like I get anything special for hugging for a long time. And then our daily card game. Which I still have a starter deck. I think I'm supposed to play with everyone in town, but I've only been playing with Death. May the luck be on your side. And we're gonna play a 5. Oh dang, got a 6. Yeah, but what if I have another 5? Still winning. Dang, he wins. Got more numbers. Got bigger numbers. I got such tiny cards. Start with 3. New card ability discovered. On play, all opposing cards lose persistence. Oh, all cards lose persist. I don't know what that even means. What the? It attacked my card. It like killed my card. I've been told this one slaps. I'm gonna lose. He like deleted one of my cards. All these cards are like either sending my cards to the shallow realm or like knocking the number down lower. I don't got all those types of magical cards. But I think the more you play with people, the more possibility I think you can get new cards. Like if you win against them, sometimes they'll give you a card. Oh, this is the hat machine. Not machine, but the hat snake. How much money I got? I got 4,000. Oh, this one would fit for Mooney. Look at this. It has a little moon on it. Gotta buy it. I don't know if I have enough to buy everyone a hat. That's for Mooney. If Scylla had a hat, I don't know what kind of hat she would wear. Maybe a pumpkin? And then... I feel like Gross would wear a top hat. And Lumina has to wear either a Oshanka hat or a beret. Or a turkey leg. I'm gonna buy a beret. Now we gotta put these hats on. Just see what they look like. I'm pretty sure the hats rotate. There might be some other ones and probably cuter ones and stuff like that. But since I was buying Mooney a hat, I feel like I had to buy the other pets a hat too. They might feel left out if they don't get a hat. Let's put Mooney's hat on. Oh, wait, what? I forgot that I could speak to them. When I'm in cat form, they can actually talk to me. So Mooney gets a little moon hat. Perfect, look at it. Little moon on it and everything. Bobilla gets a pumpkin. Ross gets a top hat. And then Lumina gets a beret. Which is sitting on the horn, what the hell? I guess that makes sense. How would you put a hat on? Now everyone got a little hat. Let's see what the cow says when I'm a cat. A butterfly landed on my nose. We're friends now. What does the pig goat say? The other night, a Dracula bumped into my horn. I never realized they could float. The calcula is awfully smelly. I could still smell it now. Mooney was saying something about the cow too, but I clicked it too fast. Everyone's all dressed up. Got little hats on. Oh, I want to show you guys something, if I can find it. If I could find it, I want to show you guys something. Okay, right here. See the little swirlies that we can dig with our shovel? I saw a video on the internet. I was watching a lot of Moonlight peak videos. Is when you're in cat form, you don't have to go out of cat form to dig these. You just dig them as a cat. You still gotta, you know, become a cat to pick things up though. I mean, a person to pick things up. Well, I can be a cat to pick up the shells. But it is more convenient to stay as a cat when you're digging these up. I'm really fast as a cat. Okay, so right now I'm just looking for flowers, for little swirlies in the ground. There's some shells so I can sell them. Can we get a mod to delete the bot? I've yet to even start doing the Vamsters. That just sounds so much to me right now. 100 Vamsters. And you gotta carry them one by one. Ooh, some more blood tomato seeds. Also, I haven't really started fishing much. I need to like, figure out how to get a better fishing pole. Also, my thought process right here is I was thinking about making these like tearing these down or something once they stop growing right here once they finish growing and everything, and putting the little cobble pathway and go through this and go all the way over here to this bridge. That's my thought. Found one onion seed. One. But it's... okay. I always like to check over here just in case there's anything. I was looking at the Reddit for this Moonlight Peaks. I wonder how we get down there. There's like a little heart crystal down there too. I guess eventually we can build stairs is what I'm thinking, because how else do you get down there? But yeah, I was looking at people's builds, like their houses and stuff like that. And some of them look really, really good. Yeah, let's look for some more flowers for the beehive. Oh yeah, I forgot. Thank you, Mooney. I think you updated to Moonlight Peaks. I almost forgot to do that. Game changed to Moonlight Peaks. Cinnamon Robot. You forgot. I also forgot. You know, last time I streamed, I think the last time we streamed, was it Redfall or I streamed Moonlight Peaks? I don't remember. I forgot to change the category for it. But the whole time it was under just chatting. I was like, oops. I forgot. You think usually I find a lot of flowers going the other way. And here. Oh. Some kind of mushroom back there. I mean, collecting tree seeds would be good too, because just in case I start running out of trees on my base. I mean, my farm. Sometimes there's flowers hiding under these trees, so... those purple rose. They're just really hard to see sometimes when they're under here. Oh, there's another one. Another purple rose. We are looking for flowers. We are hunting for flowers. We're trying to make our beehive give us as much honey as possible. Phew! Excuse me. Oh, these things are your little slugs. I don't know if you see those. I caught one already. I was like, what is that thing? Oh my god, and I was like, what is this? What is it saying for me to grab back here? Freaking Vamster. I ain't bringing you home yet. I think this is a cave. This hasn't opened yet, but it looks just like an opening for a cave. I say we go check the swamps. See if there's any more flowers out here. Oh, this is the crystal cave. They do have mushrooms in here. But we are looking for flowers. Oh, actually, hold on. Yeah, I don't think that opens. There's parts of the other cave that I feel like I need to go further into the quest for it to open or something, because it's definitely a door of some sort. Apparently there's mods for this game already. I haven't looked into them, but I really should. Maybe they'll let me eat as much food and make as much food as I want. That's what I was supposed to do. It's like look into that, but I forgot. I really need to write things down or I forget what I'm doing. Ooh, strawberry jam. Can I make anything with strawberry jam? Oh, berries. I forgot, someone was asking me to make them a pie. And I could have looked like I could have done that, but I don't. But I do have flour. You know what, I think it was my, my uncle, the bat. We're going to sell some of these seashells, mushrooms. You're keeping the roses because they're over here. Let me go check the swamp. We're gonna check the swamp. See if there's any flowers up there. Last time I was up here, there was a bunch of yellow flowers. Oh, I don't have one of those. I never caught one with a shell on it. Oops. I didn't mean to swing. I just scared it. Dang it. Where are you going? Oh, here's all the flowers, by the way. Okay, we got it. A spiral snail. Yeah, I didn't know, like, I don't know if it's what it is, but like, I only find the yellow ones in the swamp. I only find yellow flowers in the swamp. And I find purple, pink, white, and black not in the swamp. I think I'm getting better at catching these skulls, by the way, because sometimes they give me a hard time, but I caught those back to back. These ones are really, really fast, though, the orange ones. I know you're supposed to catch like a good amount of these, and every time, I forget what the number is, but I think 10 and then 50 and then I think 100. I think death is supposed to give you like a clock. The first one that it gave me was I could but what is that? Oh, a stick bug. Look at that. I haven't seen one of these. Bookster. I don't know where to upgrade. Like, where do I upgrade my... my fishing rod and my bug net? Okay, I think we got a good amount of flowers. And the syrup. Well, I spent a lot of money on hats. Okay, I bought some more tomato seeds, onion seeds, and wheat seeds. I don't think I went this way to look for flowers yet. Did I go this way? Alright, this is cosmetic stuff. I can't do anything with these. Did I go this way? I think I did. Okay, so we'll put some more flowers down. And I think that's all I got. Yeah, it doesn't look like it goes more than 16 honey. Oh shit, it's about to be daytime. I don't hear the clock ticking anymore for me. just happened to look up and see it flashing. I was about to burn to death. That's what we forgot to do. I was supposed to go to the crafting bench and be like, okay, how do we make a loom? I knew I forgot something. Oh, what you want, Victor? Ah, Scylla, there you are. I see you've been gathering milk lately. More than you know what to do with it, I'm sure. Not really. It got me thinking. I've been craving some proper cheese for ages. You'll bring me some if you make any, right? Now we definitely gotta make the cheese maker. Magical incentive. Dear Scylla, your efforts have not gone unnoticed. You've been valuable help to the witches, and that deserves a reward. You remind me of my mother. You remind me of your mother, not just in talent, but also in determination. Enclosed as a wand. I trust it will serve you better than that patched-up excuse for one you've been using. Yona. Ooh, we got a new wand. This time it's not broken. Nice. Okay, first things first. We harvest the vegetables and fruit. I have so much tomatoes. I have more tomatoes than I have onions. Oh, thanks for the stretch redeem, Tatsuya. Yeah. Today we're playing some more Moonlight Peaks. Earlier I read chapter 1 of Dracula. It was a very long chapter. I was hoping I could read like 2 or 3 chapters. But it was a very long chapter. What the hell? Look at those little chickens. I'm starting to think maybe I need to plant more onions and tomatoes because I have a lot of tomatoes. I don't even know what's growing right here. I wish I could turn the camera. Something's right here. I don't know what it is. Also, I wonder if I could... Oh, okay. Guess I can't. How come I can plant it in front of this one, but I can't plant it in front of that one? Nope. One more onion. And then we're gonna plant some more wheat. This is so we can make beer. When the seasons change, it's gonna get hard to make grape. Like wine and grape juice and all that. But I'll be able to make a lot of beer. I'll just plant the tomatoes anyways. I'll just put them in the storage box. I'm just glad they don't expire. Imagine if they expire. Use my mana potions. We're going to set some... Get my new wand out or try it out. Oops. Got my new wand. And cast the watering spell. Which, you can buy more spells. Like I could buy a mining one. Which I really need to do. Hey, where are you going, little watering can? Oh no, you're going all the way over here first? I guess it doesn't really matter. I thought if I casted next to the plants, it'd be like, okay, I'll water those. Well, I'm gonna cast some more watering cans out. I'm not sure how much it would take to water my entire like all my crops, but I'm gonna do 3 of them. I'm gonna do all of them. Okay. I'll do the color thing. Make sure everything's watered by the time I get back. Oh, gotta do our daily pets. Oh, you got some wool. And you got some milk. And I can give you a pet. At first I thought this lamb was dirty, but it has spots on it. Let's go check on the other guys. Let's see if our goat has any milk. Got some milk. Daily pets. Grab Mooney. Daily pets. And let's check if Bobilla has anything. Milk. Some pets. It looks just like her belly in real life. So you can make tortillas with the red corn. That's really cool. Do they have Mexican dishes? I know they got like sushi and stuff. Like, can I make something with my tortillas? Or is it just tortillas? I can make a breakfast burrito. Tortilla, fried egg, and hell feta. Or a cheese burrito. Oh my god, that's what I gotta double check. I gotta make a cheese maker today. Or at least start prepping to make a cheese maker. Oh, my inventory is full. Okay, hold on. We are saving cow milk. Cow milk gets saved. And we want to grind up make some grape juice. Nothing for jams. I don't have any more strawberries. Gotta keep the trash. Trash is important. I gotta start keeping the wool because... Oh my god, maybe I should keep the goat cheese. I mean the goat milk and lamb milk because I can make cheese with that. Okay, I'll start keeping the milk of all the animals. Keep the wool. I'm gonna make a loom. Sell the bugs, sell the bugs. Keep the trash. I gotta keep trash for death. We will put this in here. Oh my god, what the hell was that? The chicken started making me spin around. The wood goes in here. It's... Need a box just for trash. Okay. So, we need to make a cheese maker. Or a press. I guess a cheese press. Just planks, iron bars, and copper bars. And then, we also need to make a loom. Which all this doesn't look too hard. A bunch of planks, iron, copper. Let me see, do I have the iron copper? I might be able to make that right now. Iron, copper. Oh, wrong box. There's fiber. A lot of them needed fiber. Where's the wood at? Okay, the only thing we don't have is a lot of dark wood planks. Okay, right here. We can make the cheese press ready. Cheese press. Oh man, where do we put this? I guess right here. It fits right here. Helfeta. Oh, that's how you make Helfeta. Big goat milk. And you make Gullenbert with Dracula. And then we need cow milk. Or just regular cheese. Man, I'm gonna have to make 2 of these things. I don't know if I have enough to make 2 of them. I don't. But I think I like making mostly 2 of everything. I have 2 of these. 2 of these. I have 3 of these, because these take forever. I feel like I need 2 of these. It's gonna take a bit of time to make. I need 3 of them actually. I need 1 for goat cheese, pig cheese, and then cow cheese. I need 3 of those bad boys, which I'm gonna have to need 1 more planks. That's all I need. Well, we're gonna have to get some more planks, because first we'll make a new loom, which we need soft planks. Am I making soft right here? I think this is soft right here. We need 1 more of these, then we can make a loom. I just gotta figure out where to put it. I want to put another chest right here. I'm thinking I could put the loom... Like, I need this space to run back and forth. The loom might go... I guess right here. I'm not sure where to put it right now. Oops. Born. One Dracula wool equals 2 cloths, looks like. Okay, we got some cloth being made. Now we just need 1 more of these cheese things being made. We need normal planks, which we should have enough to make another one. I might... Yeah, I feel like 1 more could fit right here in this little spot. We'll need 3 in total. I might move this to this corner right here so they're like back to back near each other. Just need 1 more. I'm gonna have to get some more iron. Do I need more iron? I might? No, I need more planks, I think. I should probably be getting more planks. While those things are cooking over there. I wish Def would just visit my house, because I have to run around and look for him all the time. And I'm guessing these watering cans didn't water that much. I mean, they did do a good job. I'm not gonna, you know, complain about that. I wish they would do more. Oh man, I need an iron watering can is what I need. Pretty sure I can hold more water. But you know, that's what I get for having a big giant farm. At least I won't waste all my energy watering when I got my magical watering cans. think that's everything was watered. Looks like it. Okay, so now we're cutting down wood because we need lots of planks. Okay, let's go check on the refiner again. Now we can make another cheese presser. Perfect. Make some tortillas. So we can make some bread. But I was grabbing the flour for some reason. Oh, I want to keep some flour so I can make a pie. Someone wanted a pie. I still don't remember who it was. I think it was, like I said, I think it was Victor. Now we just need cow milk, which I think I used the cow milk for something else, and now we gotta wait for the cow to produce more milk. Guys, I gotta move. I gotta move. I gotta put stuff up. I could definitely make another cheese press, but for now I'll just make 2. The wood goes in here. Oh, there's the cow milk. Oh, what was I gonna make it for? Oh, now I feel like I need the cheese press. Or I could just do it tomorrow. I could just make the cheese tomorrow. I need 1 milk from 1 cheese. And then I could do it for Victor. Move out the way, goat. Cheese, if you please. Oh, he's urgently requesting it. I don't know if I should just do it now. Let's see. How much planks do I need? 10? 7, 8. I know I need like... Oh, you know what? I don't think... You know what? I probably have enough iron. I could smelt some of it right here. The smelter. Now that I'm smelting some, I should have enough. Then we need 10 regular planks, which 7 are cooking. We should have more than enough. We need 10, we have 6 right now. And 6 are cooking. And we need 10 iron. Oh, we needed 5 iron. Okay, so we're just waiting for the planks. Then while we're waiting for that, I'm gonna pretend I'm placing something down just so I can open this up. There. We'll put the other cheese press right here. We'll have 3 cheese presses like I originally wanted. And one will be for the cow milk that I have stored. We can do the quest for Victor. More planks we need. I have a lot of charcoal if that's good to know. Oop, wrong box. This box. I have so much trash. I think it would be pretty good to. Wait, how many planks do I need to make a? I need 10 planks for my cheese press, but I need also 10 to make a box. How many planks is it? Hold on. Three logs equals 1 plank. There's 2 planks right there. Okay, you're just too tired, but look at all the soup I got. That's for this very occasion. Which I do need to grow some garlic as soon as possible because I only got 30 soups. Good soup. I cleared all the trees, I think, on my On my... Oh, not yet. There's more trees down here I didn't see. Let's see, are those planks done yet? We gotta make some cheese. Oh yeah. Three cheese presses. Now we can make some cheese for the quest. I'm not sure how long this takes though, but looks like it might take a while. I probably won't be able to see it complete until like tomorrow. And we're gonna have some planks, enough planks left over. What is it? Can you guys get away from this box, these boxes, please? Because I'm trying to put things in here. You guys are just in the way a little bit. Just a little bit. I'll have enough to make a chest where I could put my trash in. If I fit, I sit, and it looks like they fit in the box. Not this one. Not Bobillo. There she goes again. What do they like about these boxes? Look at her, she won't move. She's rocking back and forth. I think they get stuck right here or something. What the? Look at the little sheep right here, just spinning in circles. What the Dracula doing? What the hell? It looks possessed. Why is it just floating there? Whoa. Is it bugged out? Is it supposed to be doing that? I pushed it and it started flying all weird. I'm gonna do it again. Are you supposed to be doing that, little sheep? What are you doing? I don't know what it's doing, but... I think it's broken. Little sheep. Is this supposed to be a mechanic in the game? Like, is it supposed to be like something like funny? I don't know. It's scaring me. I think the sheep is possessed. I was recently watching something about this guy that said he's a demon hunter, and he was talking about possession and everything. And I think my sheep's possessed. Or lamb, I guess. Dracula lamb? My lamb is possessed. That's so funny. Why does it bounce like that? I should just push it around the whole city, but I think I got it stuck right here. Sorry I'm late, Scylla. My brain decided sleep was more important. Well, sleep is very important, actually. So this, I bought a Dracula. This little Dracula right here. Its name is Gross. But I think it's broken. I gave it a little top hat. The little Dracula with spots on it. Oh, it fixed! Now I can interact with it. See? Gross, the Dracula lamb. Gross is sleeping again. I'm gonna give it the daily pet. I didn't know what kind of hat you would like, so I gave you a top hat. I gotta show you Mooney. Oh no, you already know who Mooney is. Mooney's the little chicken. But I gotta show you... I named the Calcula after my dog. Right here. I call her Scylla Bobilla, so I put the name Bobilla. So people won't be confused when they call it Scylla. I gave her a pumpkin hat. And then the pig goat is named after my sister, Lumina. She likes pigs in real life. One of her favorite animals is pigs. And so this is the closest thing you can get to a pig. Well, I guess her favorite animal is like a pig rabbit. Like, that's like her mascot. Most of the time it's a pig rabbit. For this one, it's a pig goat. And I gave it a little beret hat. No, there wasn't a fedora. I was looking... No, the other thing was like a little snow-looking hat or something. It looked like little... But I'm pretty sure the hats rotate. And then Mooney has a little hat with a moon on it. I don't know if you could see it. If he turns around, maybe. I don't know if he's gonna turn around. He's just showing us his butthole. Okay, there we go. A little moon on his hat. I was like, that's perfect. I'm pretty sure the hats like rotate in the shop. They're like... I know, I spent all my money that day on hats. When he says, I can picture Gross with a fedora tipping it while saying, licorice, please. Wait. Top hat works in a pinch. Wait, what was the word he can't say? Ventriloquist? Now I can't say it. I never had trouble saying it. You know what? I bet you the lamb, the little Dracula lamb, was stuck because remember I said that all of them wanted to be near the boxes for some reason? I think they somehow like glitched it and pushed it into the box and then it was just floating there. I think the word was ventriloquist. Ventriloquism. Oh, it's almost daytime, that's why everyone's walking in here. But now, yep, here goes everybody, all together. With their hats on. I guess I have to check the shop every day to see if there's, different types of hats. And now, I can make a new box. And this is gonna be the box where my trash goes in. I don't need to carry all the trash, I just need to carry one piece of trash. Oh no, I didn't talk to Def today, I was too busy at my farm. But last time I was on the farm, I updated it a little bit. I have a loom now. The hive's down here with all the flowers around it. Here's the mana extractor where I make potions. This is everything right here for my herbs. Drying them, crushing them. I made 3 cheese presses. One's for pig milk, one's for goat milk, and one's for cow milk. I think before you guys seen the 3 kegs where I make the wine. And the beer is gonna be in here. And this is my refiners, my jam maker I pushed up here with my stove over here. My furnaces are right here now. My farm is a lot bigger, it's going downward. I probably should have made it go like this way instead, but I decided to make it go down. I put little cobble paths just so you can see my little walkway, which I ended up making. Oh, dog repeat, give me 1 second. I ended up making the cobble path, 2 different types of cobble path, and I didn't realize I was making 2 different ones. I wanted the one it had like a spiral in it, but I did it wrong. Okay. Doggo treat. Process. I hanker for a hunk of slab, a slice of chunka. I hanker for a hunk of cheese. Okay, time to go. She's ready. But we're running out. Look, we're running out of treats again. Really likes this. I'm trying to make these stretch. I might stream tomorrow. I'm not sure. But if I do, there won't be dog treats left. Uh-oh. It's daytime in the game. I gotta get back inside before I burn to death. Yeah, yummy. We unlocked. Oh, I guess updated our relationship with Victor. He's the one that's asking for the cheese, so that's why I was making cheese presses. Today is Lemmy's birthday. Lemmy is the love demon thing that you can romance. I also extended my bag, it's a lot bigger, thankfully. Because when I was running around picking things up, it was a lot. And I'm trying to organize my boxes as well. It looks like the cheese ain't ready. How long does it take to press cheese? Oops, fertilizers don't go here. Fertilizer goes in this box. Okay, also just recently they updated my wand. And now I got not a broken one anymore. Let me water these plants really quick. You can only water these with magic. Collect the honey. Sell the honey. Get my watering can ready. I think the next thing I need is a iron watering can. Oh, some of these grapes are ready. I need to go and look at what the other spells I can buy. I know I can buy spells that help me gather more stone, gather more wood. I always keep forgetting to go visit the stores. And while I'm in town, I can go see what Death is up to because I forgot to talk to him yesterday. Got him to get him his discarded can of tuna that I found. What was my sister talking about? I hear her talking all loud in her room. Okay, let's see. Can we make any wine? There they go again. Next to the boxes. I think I block them in and they get stuck. And I think they pushed Gross into the boxes and that's why he was just floating there broken. I don't know, how does the chicken always know how to get over here though? Oh wait, the lamb's right here. It's fine. I don't know what was wrong with it last time. I'm telling you, it was possessed. I hope all the wine won't go to Orlick. I'm not sure where it goes. I'm just selling it. I'm assuming maybe the vampire dude, who's that? That's a new lady. This place has such wonderful energy. A little love, a little patience, and it feels just like home. It has good bones, but it could use a fresh coat of paint. And maybe a little elbow grease. Which is why Ludo will handle it. I don't know why you guys are relying on him. What? Why me? Because I'm busy showing Persephone around town. I guess that's Persephone. But Dad, you hate giving tours. Wait, that's his dad? I thought the mayor was his dad. That's the dad's... Yeah, well, sometimes we have to do things outside of our comfort zone. I thought that his dad was a mayor. Ridge is the mayor's brother. I guess I read that wrong. Builds character. Oh, that's so kind of you, Ridge. I love a tour. It'll be my pleasure. Is this a vampire, a witch, a werewolf? Well, it's not a werewolf. She don't got furry feet. Oh, hey, perfect timing. Oh, great. That means I'm gonna have to do it. You like painting houses, right? I'm gonna say, nice try, but I'm gonna say you got this. Fine, I guess there's no escaping this. Could you at least bring me some food? I'd like a fried egg. You know, I was gonna actually make a fried egg, and I think I sold the eggs. Our work demands fuel, you know. One fried egg coming up. That's music to my ears. This person always wants something from me. That's why I don't want to romance him. Good food is the only way to silence me. I don't believe we've met. I am Persephone Henderson. My family and I are moving to Moonlight Peaks. Oh, new characters. Welcome, I hope you like it here. Oh, I'm sure I'll love it. Bewitch? Speaking of stars, what's your sign, Scylla? Wait, let me guess. You're an Aquarius, aren't you? No. Oh, sure, let's just go with that. Trust me, you are. The cosmos has spoken. Lily don't know what she's talking about. I'm actually a Cancer. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. My niece Jada and nephew Winston are moving in too. You'll probably meet them soon. I guess more people to romance. ... Well, apparently I have a tour of the town waiting for me. Catch you later, so these are probably witches. Or seers or something. I go get this, make this guy a fried egg. Was this place always down here? Oh, you know what? It was always down here. There's a couple of houses that are boarded up, so I guess that means every now and then new people move in. That's really cool. Okay, so let me go check. You know what? Before I forget, where the hell is Death at? Okay, he's in his little fishing port area down here. I collected a philosopher who spent his whole life pondering my nature. His final thought was, "Oh, it's you." I found it satisfyingly concise. Then we give him a gift. Give him a rusty fish can. A splendid gift. It reminds me of peaceful silence that follows all things. Then we give him a hug. And then we play a card game with him. I can only play my starter deck. I feel like I dug up cards and I never see them in my deck. I'm not sure like how I'm supposed to... I don't know if I should just... I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do 1 point and then it's gonna draw me 2 to 3 cards and I'm hoping I get big giant cards. Okay, there's a 6 right there. He's beating me so far, but here's a 5. New card ability discovered. He's always doing different things every time I play against him. On play gets a value equal to the combined value of all aquatics in play. So he gets the fish in his thing. So we had a draw. That was somewhat boring. He's always getting new cards. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna do 1. And then see if we get big cards. Looks like we didn't get big cards. But we got a 4. He's gonna beat us. And then I got another 4. Yeah, I definitely won. Okay, you win this time again. The outcome blends towards me once more. It always does in the end. Okay, we did our daily affection, daily talk, daily gift, daily party game. And then I wanted to check Luna's shop. This is where you can buy spells. Also, this is where I bought my bag upgrade. If I get 2,000, I can get more space in my bag. But this is where you can have... You could summon helping hands together that can harvest 32 crops. You can transform your crops into other crops. You can move a building. Basically grow your crops. Make it rain the next day. That's pretty good. So that I don't have to water everything. Summon a pickaxe that crush up to 16 rocks. This is the one I kind of want to get. And this one right here, 16 logs. Summon a shovel that can dig up to 32 spots. This would be good if I'm making like a big area for crops. Instantly refill their watering can. These cost a lot of mana though, that's the thing. And that means I have to start making more mana potions if I want to keep doing these. Now you can change your appearance right here. Increases your maximum mana. I guess I would have to have more mana potions too. Cause yeah, I can increase my mana, but I have no mana potions to continue drinking and these cost 2. Maybe I should wait until I actually start producing a lot of mana. I only have 1, and I usually use it to water my magical crops. And then I'm out. Okay, so let's go back home, and let me see if I have any eggs left over. I don't know if I have any eggs left over. Sometimes I sell the eggs. I really should be keeping them. We'll check. Guys, get out the way. Oh, I have 1 egg. I have 1 egg. I'm keeping this golden egg just in case someone asks it for it. One fried egg. Still waiting for the cheese to be made. I guess it takes a couple of days. Speaking of watering plants, I don't think I watered my plants. Did I water them? I don't think I did, right? No, I did. Did I water them? I did water them, but I didn't water these. These can only be watered magically, and I still had 1 mana left. And this thing is messed up. Not watering. How to remind someone if they gave me a golden egg. I'm hoping that watering can works. Or something. Maybe I just need to walk away or something. Oh. Oh yeah, I had the fried egg. That's some terrible painting. What the hell is he doing? He's giving me its spots? Oh, why is painting so hard? I'm just swishing a brush around, right? But why does it look like a bunch of fruit exploded on the wall? Paintbrush is also very small. Scylla, please tell me you brought food. You can't have you working on an empty stomach. There you go. You're officially my favorite person right now. Maybe I'll survive this nightmare after all. Are they gone? What are you talking about? The witches. A ghost. I even saw the Grim Reaper float past here earlier. Are these just regular humans? You know you're in Moonlight Peaks, right? Geez, my sister insisted the town was quite quaint and full of charm. She didn't say it was a nest for supernaturals. I'm never listening to her again. Is this her right here? Well, I guess that must have been Winston. Why you got humans moving in? Oh wow, that's quite an interesting paint job. Looks abstract, okay? Oh, it's abstract. I suppose we can always redo it later. Because fruit always explodes like that? Because fruit just explodes like that. Is he a normie? Why else mention the super now? I think he's I think he's a human. Maybe not this lady, but the kid. The girls are ready to move in. We're having a little housewarming tomorrow. You and Ludo should definitely come. Wouldn't miss it. Wonderful. The more the merrier. See you there. Alright, see you soon. I think there's another person that lives in this house. I think the daughter. But we haven't seen her yet. Okay, hear me out. I painted, so technically I did my part already. So how about we make their housewarming gift a team effort? I'll give you the honor of choosing the gift. Sounds fair? Oh my god. I hate this guy. He's always trying to take my credit. Unless he's gonna pay, like, also help me pay. You mean I pay for you take the credit? Whoa, I said team effort. I provide the moral support, you pony up the dough. Perfect balance. Punch him in his nose. What gifts should I get them? Bring a housewarming gift to the Hendersons tomorrow. Maybe I could buy a cake or something. Comfort food, starring death. Continue. Ah, you've come at just the right time. Mina was kind enough to let me borrow her kitchen, so that I could immerse myself in another earthly custom. It is quite fascinating. And what custom would that be? I have observed the earthly beings partake in the ritual called cooking to nourish themselves. I simply had to give it a try. Well, like, is that a chocolate pie? I'm gonna say, well, that's creative. Creative, yes. I aim for something unique. A dish that could only be mine. You know, burnt. Would you like to sample the ashes of my labor? Sure, thanks, I guess. Did it just kill me? How is it? I molded after recipes from Mina and added my own personal touch. Cooking is a labor of love, isn't it? Is he eating it? Okay, no, he's eating it. It is what you called comfort food. Because I feel strangely content. Maybe next time we cook together, and you can teach me the art of making things less burnt. Sounds like a great idea. Excellent. With your guidance, my next attempt will surely be more full of flavor. Oh, I get little cutscenes like that because my growing better friends with him. Last time he was drinking a drink and he invited me to sit down and drink with him. And when he was drinking the drink, it went right through him, so it was just puddles like on the floor next to him. You should totally play Nocturnal with Evan sometime. I guess the store's closed because she's upstairs. I didn't even know I was upstairs. I forgot I went through here. I was trying to buy stuff. Mina loves this time of year. Stop. Housewarming gifts. I was thinking of buying like a cake or something, but I don't think they have cakes. Maybe I have to buy like a cupcake. Or like, should I buy them something like this? A cupcake basket. Ooh, pink walls. That's what I need to buy, like walls for my house and then some flooring. Let's see. I think they probably would like a cupcake basket. Or a spice rack. I can upgrade my coffin. I can make it blue. Fridge. Kitchen set. Oh, I bought these right here. The starter cookbook and the sushi cookbook. Cooking for vampires. They have more cookbooks. Oh man, a cookbook. I kind of feel like I want to buy these. I was supposed to give them a housewarming gift. I'm over buying stuff for myself. I'm gonna give them a cupcake basket. That sounds like a good, like a housewarming gift. Skeleton walks into a bar and asks for a beer and a mop. That's basically what it was. Oh, they said I should play Nocturne with them. Yes, we can play a game. There's like a couple of people I'm supposed to play the game with, and I keep forgetting to like play with other people. We're gonna try it again. We're gonna do the 1, and then we're gonna draw our, I think it went 3 cards. Look at all these 5s I have now. Oh god, but look at all the 5s he has. Well, my tactic didn't work, so he won this round. That felt okay. We're gonna start with a 4. Oh, what the hell? His card still continued. It persisted. He's gonna win. New card ability discovered. On play, draw a card. Persist, stay in play when round ends. All his cards do that. All his cards persist. I win this round. Nice play, I'm not worried. This part always feels heavy. Oh, now he is a 3 and a 1 immediately. I'm gonna see if I can draw big cards too. When am I gonna get like new ability cards like everyone has but me? Draw a big 6. He's gonna win no matter what. Look how many persist cards he has. My biggest number is like 3s. I didn't think I'd pull that off. Match lost. Wins mine. Good game. Okay, so now we have a cupcake basket for the housewarming gift tomorrow. I have some more cooking recipes. I kind of want to check them out. There goes Warlock over there. I want to go back home, and I want to check out the... This thing isn't even working, and I think it glitched out. I'm supposed to water the magical plants. But yeah, this is where I make mana, which... if I make these, it fills up the bottles. So I guess if I made these right here, these gobblers, they fill up 400% each. Those would probably be the best ones. I'm using... every time I find mushrooms, I need to throw them in here. I keep forgetting I'm growing moon fruit right now, but they're not very good. 10% each. I really need to plant gobblers, but I think moon fruit was like I don't have to worry about what season it is or the nightshades. I don't remember. But yeah, I gotta start growing mana. Oh, the cheese is ready. Cheese ready for the quest. Let's check out the new recipes we have. We can make different types of milkshakes, eggnogs, angry burritos, some desserts, pink wedding cake. Oh, these would be good when, you know, eventually I think you could get married in the game, so this would be good. Oh wait, oh, pink wedding cake. Ginger tea, cupcakes, milkshakes, cheese platters, candy, more sushi, all sorts of soups, looks like. Make mana coffee. Oh, it gives you mana. Oh, some of these actually give you a little bit of mana when you're drinking them. That's really cool. Wonder what's the easiest one to make. I don't have mana coffee. Red velvet mana cake. Twilight manamaki. This one gives you a lot of mana. Well, actually, no, I'm looking at the energy. Dang, this one's 95 energy. Mana mandrake soup. Damn you. I wish it had 1 mana to summon you, it didn't work. Okay, let's go give this piece of cheese to Victor. So we can finish that quest. Grinding grain is noble work. Not that I ever denied to do it myself. Give cheese. Oh, that was exquisite. I'll be remembering what that flavor for years to come. Of course I need to pull it through, so I dusted off this old thing. Seemed like a fitting reward. What is it? Cheese balloon? I thought it reminds you to stop by every now and then, with more cheese if possible. Okay, gotta see what this is. Cheese balloon. Oh. Well, it'd be cool if I could set it next to my cheese things, but it won't fit. Oh wait, right here. That works. So you know this is the cheese corner. Anybody got any milk? Nope. No milk. No wool. Like the fertilizer. This guy's shitting a lot now. 11 bags of fertilizer. Excuse me, guys. I'll grab some more food. Make some more food for them ahead of time. And then I'll put some food inside the bin for them. Go through it a lot faster now, though. Wait, did he not eat the cheese I gave him? It never went away. We counted the quest as complete. You know, bring a house. You know, the only quest I have is the new beginning quest. Yeah, we're waiting for our onions to finish. So we can harvest them. I don't know what to do about this. Hopefully one day of not watering them is not going to destroy them. Let's see, I got 5,000. I guess I can maybe buy some more herbs to start being able to make more mana. It was these that they cost a lot though, but these give you the most mana. You can only grow them in summer. That's probably why I was buying a lot of moon fruit, because look, I can do them in spring, summer, fall, and winter. Not all of them are like that. But maybe I'll buy some wolfsbane, nightshade. These also grow in like 4 days. Yields 3 produce per harvest. Requires aquaflux for water. I'll buy more moon fruit. But I won't worry about watering them today because, or at least planting today, because I think the watering can's messed up. But I wonder if I plant one down, if like, would fix it somehow. Like what if I made like a plot right here? Would it start working? Oh, it started working. I guess it was a little glitched or something, but I made it start working. Oh wait, I think I already watered them. I noticed the difference in the dirt. There we go. And now it has nothing to do because I already finished washing, so I'm watering these guys over here. And we still got a lot of time in the day, so I'm gonna go around doing my rounds of collecting things. Why am I missing so hard? Move out the way, everybody. Gotta check the beaches. Fun onion seed. I'm guessing maybe I should get a little bit more iron because I do want to upgrade all my stuff. So we'll get a little bit of iron while we're here. Because I need to upgrade my watering can to iron, my shovel to iron, and my scythe to iron. This one just automatically updated whenever I was continuing to do the, I guess, the stories. I'm not sure how to upgrade these two though. Fishing rod and net. You know what? I should be collecting mushrooms when I see them. I believe I could put these on the mana extractor. I don't know how to get up here though. Like, I feel like there's a door, and eventually maybe it opens up if I continue playing the game. Either that, eventually I can make stairs, and then I can get up there, or maybe I can make like a ladder of some sort. Eventually, maybe it's like, oh, you gotta make rope. So we're gonna grind some iron. Forgot how much iron bars I need to upgrade each tool. What do you use to make rope? I don't know what. I'm just assuming maybe that's what I need to do to get up to high places. Either that's like, maybe I have like 2 more transformations I could do. I know one of them's a bat because I played the demo. So either maybe when I transform into a bat, maybe I could fly up there. Or maybe it's gonna be like, oh, you need a rope. And I'm not sure how to make rope yet. Maybe eventually, as the story progresses, I'll be able to make more things. And I think as the stories progress too, I'll be able to transform into things. Like right here, look. I can't get to that. I'm assuming I have to fly to it as a bat. Because there's no way I can, like, get to that. So I can't wait to get my bat form. I just don't know when I'll get it. I just gotta keep playing the game and eventually something in the story will happen and then I'll turn into a bat probably. Just like I figured out I could turn into a cat. Here's a door right here. I know this is gonna open up eventually. I wonder if this is something to do with the moon goddess because it has a moon on it. But this is gonna open up and then I'll probably... Also, those little areas right there with the little lights coming out of the little perch. I think I could turn into a bat and fly into that. So eventually, I'll be able to get through here. I'll be able to fly into there. I just don't know when. Also, I'll look into like figuring out how to upgrade my fishing pole because I want to catch big giant fish and I can't. Oh, and also, after this day is over, I'll go ahead and end the stream, but I'm gonna let this day end first. I want to get as much iron as I can before the day's over. The day's usually over close to 4, the time starts. I mean, when it hits 4 o'clock, I'll run back home because when it hits 5, that's when the sun starts coming up, and I don't want to burn to death. So I think we've got plenty of time right now. And if I stream tomorrow, it'll most likely be Redfall co-op with Mooney. I might read chapter 2 of Dracula, or I might just keep that as a FANGtastic Friday kind of segment. It will be. We have more vampires to take care of. I think we're almost done with that game, and I was saying that after we play that game, we could probably finish playing Evil West, which is another vampire hunting game. Because we played a little bit of Evil West maybe like years ago, but we didn't beat it. I don't know, Redfall's been very fun. I know a lot of people don't like the game, like there's a lot of bad reviews for it, but it's been very fun. And I feel like we found some good legendary guns. I'm gonna smelt some of this iron. I doubt the guy's like little store's open. I want to see how much like I don't know how much iron it takes to upgrade. What the? You can just push me out the way. I got more coal than that, hold on. Excuse me. Big butt in the way. Okay, I can't sell this. I gotta remember this is a gift. As a kid, I tried to read Dracula, and mind you, I thought Dracula is evil. Why is Harker trying to visit? I don't know. Count wasn't inherently an evil word. Is that in the Nosferatu movie? Is that one's based off the Dracula book? As I was reading it, I was like visualizing the Nosferatu movie that recently came out. Oh, let's put some trash up. Put in the trash can. We'll keep one piece of trash for death. Put the rest of it gonna go into where it needs to go. Here's the trash bin. And here I'll just oh it has to be certain mushrooms, okay. Not just any mushroom. We'll sell the common mushrooms. And the rest of it we have to store. And for some reason the guy didn't eat the cheese, so I think I can make a cheese burrito with that. I saw it somewhere, it was like cheese burrito. I don't see it anymore, but I swear I saw a cheese burrito. It was, I'm pretty sure. Process Nosferatu is very loosely based. There's a ton of liberties. My favorite part of the Dracula book is Van Helsing teaming up with Harker, an aristocrat, and a cowboy to hunt Dracula. Oh my god, guys, you guys are in the way. Maybe I should move my storage boxes. We'll put this piece of cheese in there. I might need it. feel like we definitely could probably upgrade like 2 of our tools. I know it's like, I think last time was probably, I don't know, 5 or 10 iron ingots, I'm not really sure, and then it was like, I forgot how much it was. Let me see before it gets close to 5 o'clock. If this, I doubt the store is open. It's like almost morning time. Let me check this real quick. Oh, clearing out a shop. I have 1 coffin cat. Why does everyone have so many coffin cat beds? Someone else was giving away a free coffin cat bed. And the store's closed. I'm running back home. I guess if they're giving away for free, you just grab it and sell it or something. Go ahead and accept that quest really quick. Okay. Making it home or getting home safely. I did, when I was reading, I did mess up on some words, but I was like, I can't learn unless I learn, like, I'm not gonna learn how to read certain words if I don't, like, actually look up how to pronounce them and stuff. So I was just Googling how to pronounce words as I was reading some of them. The ones I got, like, caught up on. That's a whole lot of unlocks. I didn't get to meet— oh look, Death has 3 hearts now. What happens when I hit like 4 hearts? Do I have to hit 5 hearts? Because I see like multiple little hearts at the end. I wonder if it's like 4 hearts and then we're in love, or like is it 5 hearts and then we're in love and then we get married? I didn't meet Persephone's daughter. I think she has a daughter. Don't worry, I'll have your— next time I'll have your back just in case. Much appreciated. Okay, now that the game is saved, I'll go ahead and stop the stream here. But thanks for hanging out with me while I played some Moonlight Peaks. We'll be back next Friday with Moonlight Peaks. Tomorrow, if I stream, it'll be Redfall. It'll be co-op with Mooney. May or may not read Dracula in the beginning of that one, chapter 2, but I might probably just keep it as a FANGtastic Friday kind of segment, so it doesn't go all over the place, and then you can just expect like reading on Fridays only, and then it's just— I don't know if you guys hear that, but she's knocking on the door because she wants to go outside. Knocking on the door to big old tails because she wants to go outside. But yeah, so yeah, thanks for hanging out with me while I read chapter 1 of Dracula and while I played some Moonlight Peaks. And I'll see you guys next Friday for FANGtastic Friday at 6 p.m. Central. Might stream tomorrow. I'll make sure I update the YouTube community. Okay, bye! Hope everyone has a good day, night, evening. What are we reading into?